Do you remember your rig that you recorded with at the time?
Yes. So I recorded for Unhallowed. I recorded through Brian's triple rectifier, and I used Brian's ESP Eclipse, the black one with the white binding and the maple neck,
Nice.
with the ebony fretboard and no inlays. I think that was my favorite ESP of his that he ever had, and the Floyd. Um, I did all the rhythms, all my rhythms on that guitar, just because it just sounded badass. Like I couldn't argue. He was like, "No, you need to do your rhythms on this guitar," and I don't think I argued at all because it just sounded killer. And then I used my soloist to do my leads, also through the dual rectifier, or also through the triple rectifier. Um, I think Miasma was also recorded with the. I don't remember what we recorded. I think we recorded it with Brian's triple rectifier, but then when we went to Tracks East and mixed it with Eric Rachel, we ended up reamping it where my side was through a dual rectifier, just a regular 3-channel dual rectifier and a boost, and Brian's side was shit. Now I'm mixing the two because we went to Eric Rachel's twice. I know that oh nope, for Miasma it was Mesa mixed with Crank. It was either a Rev 1 or one of the Dimebag ones, but I know we started blending amps at that point. We started getting creative. And that's when I started like mixing like every single amp just that I could think of. Like I think at one point I had like a stiletto and I would blend it with, but it just became such a pain in the ass to like blend both together and the A/B switch, and sometimes it would get noisy and but yeah, so then Miasma was with, I can't remember. I think it was some form of Mesa something for Miasma. We were pretty heavy with Mesa, and then Nocturnal we recorded with Mesa. Brian's side, he recorded with his triple rectifier and a Bruno Leadman 60 mixed together. That sounded fucking sick. And then I used a Mesa Roadster for my side, which I also thought sounded really sick. Channel 3 vintage mode. But then when they went to Jason Sukoff's at Audio Hammer in Florida to mix it, that's where they went to mix it. They ended up reamping with 5150s. I was really bummed out at the time because I really loved the Mesa, but I think arguably Unhollowed would be the best sounding record that I was a part of in the band's repertoire. So I couldn't really argue.
It definitely has its own sound for sure.
Totally. They reamped that one with 5150s, and then I think I was told that because I didn't end up going to the mixing session. I think it was just to have less people there so that you could get stuff done, because more opinions means takes more time to make everybody happy.
Right.
I can respect that now. My solos actually went through a Diesel VH4, which I thought was pretty cool. So I've never played through one of those.
Mm. Were you guys endorsed by ESP, or did you all play ESPs?
Yeah, we were endorsed by ESP. I ended up playing PRS towards the end of my career with BDM, but it was basically ESP the whole time.
Nice. That's what we were endorsed by them too, and like that was the like most unexpected thing I ever thought. Would I be able to walk in there and pick 2 guitars off the wall each year, or they would send them to me in the mail? Like that was the coolest thing ever. I still have most of them.
That's what we did. That's what we did.
Yeah.
They would gave us 2 guitars each year. I sadly don't have them anymore because after I wasn't in the band, I would say I went through, I don't know if I want to call it culture shock, but I went through some kind of shock because I did not know what the hell to do with myself at all.
Yeah.
I did not know what I should do, and so I got into tech. I worked for, because of a buddy of mine, Bob, I got a job doing tech support at Ford Motor. Just like I walked in there, and during my interview, I was just like, yeah, I didn't go to school for this. I don't have any usable efforts that I can put on paper. And they're like, well, why should we give you this job? And I'm like, well, I can like mod Xboxes and solder shit. And like, they were like, did you know that's illegal? And I was like, yeah, they were giving me a pretty hard time. I ended up getting the job though. So they ended up giving me a chance because I was like, well, I know how to take computers apart. I was like, I've been playing, I might not have the job skills on paper, but I was like, that's what I do outside. And I put, I had BDM on my resume, and guy like went and looked me up and like, and was like, grill. It was hilarious. But yeah, so I ended up doing tech for a while, and I'm not doing that now. I think I just got really tired of fixing people's computers that were making 10 times more than me.
Right.
But yeah,
so you sold all the ESPs, is what you were saying, or
I got rid of all the ESPs, so that I could live. Yeah, sadly I don't have a bunch of. I do have one PRS from my BDM days, the one that I used in the video that you edited for us.
Oh, nice.
That is a PRS that I used towards the end of my career. But yeah, unfortunately, I got into a position where it wasn't logical for me to keep all that stuff when I needed to eat and pay rent and live and that kind of stuff.